What's going on, everybody? My name is IxDeceived, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 5 in my class setup series. And we are playing some Kill Confirmed on bootleg for this gameplay, and I would like to go ahead and thank the user who actually suggested this class to me, and their name is XVenusX. But I would like to go ahead and thank them for, taking the time out of their day to kind of, come on my video, watch my video, and then, leave a comment telling me what they would like to see me use. I appreciate that, and let's jump into it. I'll bring up the class right now so you can see it. The main weapon is PM-9. I got a red dot sight on it because, I don't know how well I've done. I know the iron sights for this gun are not that great, and, the kick weapon proficiency is obviously on there. I had to actually unlock that before I could really use the class, and this is the first gameplay I got after unlocking it. So, for secondary, we got a 44 Magnum, and we have Frag Grenade and Flash Grenade. The perks are Sleight of Hand Pro, Quick Draw Pro, and Steady Aim Pro. And for the kill streaks, I kind of went, a little bit more cautious side again. I put UAV, Predator Missile, and AH-6. Yet again, because I didn't know how well I would actually do with this class. And, honestly, without the UAV during this gameplay, I don't know how well I've done without that either. So I appreciate you really not putting kill streaks on there or telling me what not to use. So, this worked out pretty great for me because you're going to see me calling in UAV, seeing where their enemy is, and then I'll actually start flanking. That's mainly what I do in this gameplay, or mainly what I do with SMGs, period. But, I get shot around corners a lot in this gameplay. I don't know what it was. Maybe, I don't know. Just a lot of lag compensation just was not working my way. But, anyway, with a weapon like this, if you are using it, which I don't know why anyone would unless they're just trying to mess around, something like that, but, a gun like this, you want to keep everything in front of you. Don't get into any, long distance, gun battles. You do not want to put yourself in a situation where you're at a disadvantage. You want to make them kind of at a disadvantage and put them off guard. And the way to do that with this gun and this class is to pretty much keep everything in front of you. Make every gunfight happen on your terms. And that's what you're going to see me really doing when I actually get into a gunfight, is put it on my terms. If it's not a fair gunfight, I'm actually going to back out of it. You'll see that plenty of times in this gameplay. And I guess really just try and move around as much as possible if you are using a gun like this, which I really don't see someone actually using this gun, for real. Unless they're just kind of messing around, trying to see what they can do with something. But, this is a gun that's already at a disadvantage with you using it. You don't want to handicap yourself by just camping somewhere. You want to catch the enemy off guard every chance you can. And the best way to do that is to call up UAV, look at the radar, and flank the enemy. That's what you want to do with the class like this. Well, really any class, but mainly for sure this class, because like I said, you're already at disadvantage. You don't want to get into too many 1-versus-1 gunfights because odds are, unless it's very up close and you can hip fire, you're probably not going to win it unless you're head glitching or something, along those lines. But the Magnum, I think the Magnum works pretty well with this class. And, before this gameplay, I really have never used many pistols, and honestly, the only pistol I can actually name off the top of my head that's in the game is the Magnum, and that's only because I've played with it, probably the most out of all the pistols that aren't in this game. And of course, I know there's a Glock 18 in this game, but I tend to stay away from the fully automatic pistols because I know there's a ton of recoil. Well, mostly there's a ton of recoil, or at least, substantially more than what you would find with a pistol that was just semi-automatic, something along those lines. But odds are if I take out my pistol, it's because I'm going to be in a situation where I don't even want to have to be pulling out my pistol, so I don't want to have to fight the recoil and fight the person I'm actually shooting at the same time. So I try not to put myself in a situation where I'm going to actually screw myself over, and that's, generally what I think I would be doing. With a pistol like that, I'm just not really comfortable yet using something like that, but, maybe later on down the line I'll actually try that out. But overall, this was a fun class to use, and the one map that I actually used it, I can't remember if I mentioned earlier, I believe I go 40-9 in this gameplay, and this was my first gameplay actually using the full class, so I got 9 assists, so I really should have had 50 kills, but, I guess crap happens and I get assists a lot, but I guess I just can't finish. But I mean, you can. That's what she said, I guess. But it's whatever. This was a fun class to use, and I definitely. I might even use it again. I don't know, but. So I guess to sum everything up, keep everything in front of you if you use this gun. Call in lots of UAVs if you can. Flank the enemy. Get around them somehow. Get a bunch of back shots, because this is not a gun you want to get in a 1-versus-1 fair gunfight with. It's just going to screw you over the majority of the time. So I guess that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm going to cut the rest of it out because this was a 10-minute gameplay, and I run out of things to even think about for 10 minutes, let alone talk about things for 10 minutes. So I apologize for that, but I think a 6-minute commentary over something that I had never used before in my life is pretty decent. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I will cut it off right now. And the next episode in this series will be up next Thursday or next Friday, one of the two. So I hope to see you then, and I will be uploading my next, the new episode and the new series that I posted on probably Monday, Tuesday, something along those lines. So whatever I had to schedule for the previous series, this series is going to kind of take it over. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you later.